Pride comes before a fall. It's an age-old saying, but did you know it has its roots in one of the Bible's shortest books? Welcome to the story of Obadiah, a prophet with a powerful message about the perils of arrogance. Our tale begins in the land of Edom, a mountainous region south of Israel. The Edomites, descendants of Esau, Jacob's brother, had built their nation on steep cliffs and rugged terrain. They believed their lofty position made them invincible. Obadiah 1:3 captures their attitude. The pride of your heart has deceived you, you who live in the clefts of the rocks and make your home on the heights, you who say to yourself, who can bring me down to the ground? But Obadiah, whose name means servant of Yahweh, had a stark warning for these overconfident people. God had shown him a vision of Edom's future, and it wasn't pretty. The prophet's words cut through their pride like a sharp sword. Though you soar like the eagle and make your nest among the stars, from there I will bring you down, declares the Lord. Why was God so displeased with Edom? The answer lies in their actions towards their neighbors, the Israelites. Despite being related by blood, the Edomites had shown no compassion when Israel faced invasion. Instead, they gloated over Israel's misfortune, looted their possessions, and even handed over survivors to the enemy. Obadiah's prophecy painted a vivid picture of the consequences awaiting Edom. He spoke of shame covering them, of their wise men being destroyed, and of their warriors being terrified. The nation that thought itself untouchable would be thoroughly ransacked, betrayed by allies, and left with nowhere to turn. But Obadiah's message wasn't just for ancient Edom. It resonates through the ages, speaking to anyone who might be tempted by the siren song of pride. Think about it. How often do we see individuals or even entire nations puffed up with their own importance, looking down on others, believing they're beyond reproach? The prophet's words remind us that no one is too high for a fall. Whether it's a business tycoon who thinks rules don't apply to them, a celebrity who believes their fame makes them invincible, or a nation that disregards international laws, pride can blind us to our own vulnerabilities. Obadiah's warning also touches on the danger of schadenfreude, taking pleasure in others' misfortunes. The Edomites' glee at Israel's downfall sealed their own fate. It's a sobering thought in our age of social media, where it's all too easy to revel in the mistakes or misfortunes of others. But amidst this stern warning, Obadiah's prophecy also offered hope. While Edom would face judgment, he spoke of a day when God's people would be restored. But on Mount Zion will be deliverance, it will be holy, and Jacob will possess his inheritance, he declared. This promise of restoration reminds us that while pride leads to destruction, humility can lead to redemption. The story of Obadiah teaches us that true security doesn't come from high walls, strong armies, or even great wisdom. It comes from recognizing our place in the grand scheme of things, treating others with compassion, and walking humbly with our God. As we reflect on Obadiah's message, let's consider, where might pride be creeping into our own lives? Are we looking down on others, believing we're beyond reproach, or taking joy in others' misfortunes? The antidote to pride is humility, not thinking less of ourselves, but thinking of ourselves less. Obadiah's brief but potent warning echoes through the centuries, challenging us to examine our hearts, treat others with kindness, and remember that no matter how high we may climb, we're all equal in the eyes of God. In a world that often celebrates arrogance and self-promotion, Obadiah's message is a timely reminder. True greatness lies not in exalting ourselves, but in serving others and honoring something greater than ourselves. Let's take this ancient wisdom to heart. After all, pride may come before a fall, but humility. That's the foundation of true strength and lasting success.